Start recording.
Let us hit
and we are live.
Live. Hot damn.
Yeah, we're gonna review Anton's track "Booty Swing," which has.
I'm a fan already. I am a fan.
OTDE is a fan.
Yes.
I remain to be convinced. Just kidding. I had the honor of recording and editing this very basic editing, but I did that last night at like 3 a.m. So I've in theory watched the whole thing in slow motion, but I was kind of really tired and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, that happens.
So, yeah. It's
so
positive
far,
feedback from everyone.
So far, critical acclaim.
So far, no one
Chuggers has a note
it.
about electro swing.
The electro swing is become a pretty popular, for being a very niche music genre. It's become a very popular line writer track,
which is really strange, because it's like I don't follow the aesthetic there. I don't see where that comes from. Like
I don't know
1920s.
What do we have? What do we
Guy
have?
on a sled.
Guy on a sled. Oh yeah, no, I don't understand either. I guess it's, I don't know. I have no idea. But what do we have? We have what was the one Voltaire made? Was that Sublime?
We have Cat Group. We have Sublime. We have this. We
have Panic by Summoning.
And we had no, Panic was by Pure 515 too.
No, Panic. Oh, sorry. Wait, were there two Panics? What was the track by Summoning? I thought it was called Panic. Just a second, I'm gonna look that up.
I'm taking a look real quick. Do we have two Panics?
Do we have two Panics by the same song? I think we might.
We have Panic, but no, Manic and Panic.
Manic and Panic.
Yeah. Somebody did Manic. Pure 5152 did Panic.
Okay, so yeah, very similar, obviously. And then did Pure do a different one? It was like
Alluvian, yeah.
Alluvian, yeah, it was like that one.
And also Scruff did.
Oh, and Scruff was also electro swing. So we have a ton of electro swing in Quirk. Yeah, it seems to be popular.
I don't know why, but I like this track a lot.
Do you want to watch it, or do you want to talk about it?
Yes, let's watch it, and we'll talk about it. And it does a lot of formalist things, which I will point at. And if you are not understanding of that reference, the first episode is a great place to start.
Yes. The first episode, we talk about 4 genres of art. What are they? Classicism, formalism, animism, and iconoclasm.
That sounds like an apocalypse.
The iconoclasm.
The earth splits open.
It was okay. I totally lost my train of thought. Well, let's watch the track. I'm going to click play button here.
Yes. Beautiful. It's exactly the font I would want the words "booty swing" to be inscribed as.
He picked that font for me because I was like, I don't know what you want.
And it's dedicated to Sheldon, which is interesting. So, very powerful right out of the gate. And then into that manual and slowdown, and it really works with the music. And I like Anton's messy style. He does this weird sort of neatness, and it like contrasts with it really well as well. So it's moving from like one to the other. I also like that in this part he isn't afraid to do like flat sled and other weird things.
Yeah, that's true.
People are normally afraid of. This thing was super cool. I don't know what it is. And just the fact that he's using Line Rider Advanced for this syncing has just really made the track. Because otherwise it would have been very generic work. But these little hits, the little syncs, they really put it together and tie it together and make it something really decent, honestly. Like,
this track is surprisingly decent, according to OTDE.
Well, it surprised me because the last thing by Anton was like relatively high speed, but it didn't seem like he had this level of control. Anton's improving like crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
And he's got this awesome, unique sense of how to arrange things. and from some of his other tracks that he's working on that I've seen that you will enjoy very much, I assure you.
All right.
He's doing a lot of experimenting with form in Line Rider, so it's warms the cockles of my formalist heart. That's a powerful Cramule. God, that track was great. That was fun. I would honestly, if I had to come up with a number right now, I would give it an 8.
Yeah.
It's a nice maybe an 8.5, but like that's being a little generous.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like this more than Forbidden though, which makes me question my whole rating system. I feel like I feel like I should give Forbidden like maybe a 7, because this track is, in my opinion, clearly better.
That is interesting. I didn't think about the flat sled before, because it just went by and it was like, oh yeah, that's another thing, and then I'm just realizing, oh yeah, it's flat sled.
But he's doing lots of things like breaking conventions. Like, look at this chain. Just little rolls that affect one contact point.
I like the part where it says deal with it and the airtime, and then he hits the Cramule and goes nuts.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
It's such a great, it's a great like commentary on how we judge, how we judge, airtime in tracks.
Also, lots of moments here that are like...
I love this part too. This is probably my favorite part of the track.
Okay, but like... Anton has figured, ignore the police sirens in the background. This is a crime-filled area.
What does that mean?
It's filled with crime. What do you think it means?
Crime against what?
Not the track. The police sirens in the background.
Of the what? Oh, and
in
you.
Real life.
In your real life. Oh.
Police sirens going on over that way.
I thought you were making a joke. No, we can't hear the police sirens.
I'm not making a joke. There are actual police sirens.
We can't hear the police sirens. It's all good. All right.
This track is under arrest for being too sexy.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want me to bring out the crushing criticism now?
let's hear the crushing criticism.
I mean, I don't know if it's that crushing, but I like this track. I like a lot of parts of this track. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I was sort of hoping for a like a big shift in the track right here.
Oh, so that it got like really,
because that's when the music first picks up, you know? It looks to me like he decided on the song maybe
Oh, there are hints that he sings it pretty early on.
This is not synced.
There are bits and moments.
This is probably synced. So I don't think he started singing before like 45 seconds in.
Huh.
Anyway, that's my thought. Because when I look at the beginning, why would you make this with this music? Is my thought. And then that sync was off, like it didn't start with the kick drum.
Yeah, that would have been.
And then you have this
useful.
Cramule madness, which never gets returned to, by the way, and only happens for about 5 seconds.
If I had a criticism,
and the song makes a big transition right in the middle of it. So we have like the song it starts, the beat really starts, which is like, you know, probably the most important part of a sync to this track is what I would say is when that beat kicks in, you know, right here.
Yeah.
That's where you'd want to set like, okay, here's what the track is, and this is sort of not really what the track is, you know.
Yeah, if there's one thing I can say is that he started with less of an idea of what he wanted to do, and then he developed an idea of what he wanted to do.
Yes, that's very true.
I think this track is a huge indicator of improvement.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know much about the technical stuff, but I can tell it's a lot better than it's been.
I mean, the beginning is a marked improvement, and the thing is, it technically remains about the same. He understands all the technicality bits, but what he's gradually understanding over the course of this track is how to arrange elements, how to move them around and place them in a track and make it concrete and relatable.
Which is very exciting because that's my favorite thing to watch people learn how to do is to watch people get better at, well, I'm going to put this here for this reason, I'm going to put this here for this reason. And I feel like where's the first time I start really seeing that, I think it's the airtime deal with it. This is a little bit synced.
Yeah.
But not like what right here though. That's where I'm like, okay, this is now a sync track, and that was there very purposefully, you know. And then that, like those stacks, is it's really great. I wish he'd done that a little more, like a little more consistently, because that's the only spot on the entire track where it happens, you know. I
honestly like the variety in sync because it's a nice way of subverting the idea that a sync can only be one thing. And so he does syncs of different types, and I sort of like how he sort of works with all of the different types and basically says, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So I honestly see this track as less of a cohesive thing and more of an exploration of cool stuff you can do.
Yes, except I don't think that's subverting anything. I think that's the default.
Okay, no, it's not.
I think it's way more common for people to be like,
Wrong word.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Because I wanted to talk about that because it's like, you remember my reaction to Gone by Boo, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think it counts as subversion when that's what everyone is doing, you know? It's like, like I think tracks are much more effective, and it's harder to do. It's more visually effective, and it shows that you had some planning involved when you make things look consistent. When it sounds one way, it looks one way, and I haven't really seen much of that actually happening. But starting with Jam, we have like all sorts of different looks for similar sounding music. And so, that's okay. That's my little mini rant on that subject. But I love this part.
Yeah, it's very.
It's a nice. It's a build up. It's entertaining, and it matches the music really well. And it's not afraid to, take some risks.
Whoa! That butt flicker.
We'll watch the whole thing in slow motion in a minute because some of the stuff is crazy powerful.
Yeah. One of the things I like is that when you go through this, you can see all the different kinds of inspirations and things he draws from as he's doing the different things. You see the cat groove.
Yes,
you see the deal with it is from like Jazzy Jazz with Opal and Powell, where they had the deal with it.
Yeah.
You can see like this part here looks very Valance inspired, and the super stacky bits look very sort of Cramwood inspired, and a lot of the different things. And this part looks like it's straight out of Assault.
This part looks like looks like Cat Groove to me.
Oh yeah, that one bit of Cat Groove. A fair amount of this appears to be inspired by Cat Groove. Either way, who's String?
String is the contact point. I think that's my guess.
I figured he was talking about the contact point.
He wanted me to put that in there. Lucking Sheldon and String.
String is the best.
It makes everything possible, from what I understand.
All right.
You want to watch it at quarter speed or half speed?
Either one works.
Let's do quarter.
If you want to see all the,
we can speed up some of the slower parts, maybe.
Yes.
All right. So here we are.
See, this opening is ridiculously powerful, and it's totally just showing I can do ASDFs and they are powerful. Yay.
And that's
whoa.
that's what Line Rider Advanced makes possible, is this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then I like that he's getting better at his manuals so that that's consistent. It's not wobbly.
Yeah, that was a really strong manual. And that's one thing that's not necessarily made that much easier by Line Rider Advanced is good manuals.
Oh no, definitely not. I tried doing some manuals and it was definitely not as consistent. I like this little manual recycle here.
I find it easier to make manuals in Line Rider Advanced, but
yeah,
not a lot easier, like Quirk is.
Oh,
sorry, were you gonna? Let's go back and look at. You were gonna talk about a recycle thingy. This thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That recycle. I'm a sucker for those types of recycles.
Of course you are.
I love them. I love them. This thing just weirds me out. I don't care what you do. That's some weird Alien versus Predator looking bullshit right there.
It looks really strange, and I feel like we've gotten to the point where we know how to make these kinds of things, but we don't know where we should make those kinds of things yet. You know,
we never stop to consider whether we should.
Not whether we should. We should make them because they look crazy and weird and cool. But where should we make them in a track to make them most effective? You know.
Oh, I was just quoting Jurassic Park, where they're like, "We spent so much time thinking about whether we could that we never stopped to consider whether we should."
Anyway, flat sled with foot granules.
Yeah,
rewind and watch that again.
I love foot granules. They're one of my favorite underused things in Line Rider.
Because it's possible to make it totally invisible.
Yes, and it just feels like he's attached to the line, and you can do whatever you feel like. I tell you, Line Rider Advance makes foot granules easier.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a foot granule. That wasn't pulling his foot.
Was it not? Wait, what was that? Yeah, it is.
No, there's a part where it wasn't.
Oh, right here? Oh, yeah. Wait, is that pulling his tail? I think it's pulling his tail.
Tail and his nose. Tail and nose.
Huh. That's awesome.
It's sneaky. It's sneaky, and it would never have been possible without some modern. I love
possible, but
I love this weird butt stop. I don't exactly know what's going on, but I love it.
It's just like it's like the hand stop, except it's with the butt.
I've never seen anything like that.
It's just really cool. It looks very similar. And then look, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Like decapitation process there.
You're done.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
See that?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Line Rider Advance, people.
Oh boy. But the thing is, he's able to contrast it so nicely with the little stops.
Yeah, you like the contrast.
It's a rare gift to be able to do that, to combine that weird, powerful complexity with simplicity. I love those hand bouncy things. I'm like
everyone loves the hand bouncy things. I don't know what this is. It looks sort of weird.
It's just barely touching each part of the contact point. What he does is he goes through frame by frame and sees it.
Yeah, I didn't quite get why. I guess that's me again.
I don't know.
Typical me. Oh, look at this butt chain.
Dude. Yeah, that's nasty.
There's another one.
Good God. He's just going ham on this.
He just decided to go ham. Well, that's probably. My guess is that's when he figured out what he was thinking to, and then just went ham right there.
Yeah,
because it's fine. Gonna go ham.
He mostly seems to be good at doing lots of.
Ooh, did you see that really fast roll? I'm back up for a second. Right here. Just whips him over to the other side.
He's really good at the nose string ASDFs, it appears.
Yeah, is that what those are? Those super staff things?
Really powerful nose things. That's a single-line ASDF, I think. Yeah.
Okay, here's something I couldn't figure out. There's like some text off over here. It says 5314 and 531. What? Maybe that's syncing things?
It's either syncing or
whatever.
I don't know.
Stack
again.
I like how they weren't one frame. They look like they're just one frame massive things, and then you look in slow motion, and they're actually like 2 or 3.
Look, it's a single line to SDF again. Those things are getting really popular with quirkers because they're powerful and they look clean like regular flings.
Yeah. Am I right in that Cramwood was the first one to like figure those out?
I think so. Look at that butt fling.
And then a butt stop. You're a fan of the butt, aren't you?
I would say the phrase "I'm totally into butt stuff" out loud, but like I'm in a closed room here. There are people on that side of the wall. There are people on that side of the wall.
I, on the other hand, am in an apartment which has significantly better soundproofing. Anyway, Here's the long airtime thing. I just like how this feels. Like when you're watching it, even knowing nothing about Quirk, it's just like, oh yeah, I like this. I'm digging it, you know.
It's like you're going through Dance Dance Revolution. You're like hitting all them there. Ding, excellent.
Yes, exactly. I also like that's like perfect example. It's like he's playing Dance Dance Revolution. Anyway, I also like how it wasn't just like every downbeat was a thing that hit him. It was like syncopated, sort of like the beat is syncopated. Mm-hmm. Anyway. And then we have this.
Kind of reminds me of that thing that
do you know why he would revert to like simple flings at this part?
I think that's a single line to SDF, actually.
Well, okay, but if we go back, just like, okay, here is like right at the end of the build-up, we get this.
Yeah, it's hand, foot.
Oh, hand, foot. Okay. And then and this is hand, nose.
Nose. And then that's rolling.
Roll. And then we have an inverse hand. Is that hand, nose? No.
No, that's just one hand.
This is hand, nose.
There's like one simple fling.
Okay, so never mind. It just looks clean, I guess, is what he was probably going for.
Yeah.
It looks a lot cleaner than it did before, even though there's a lot that's like...
He's figuring it out.
Happening. I don't know what that was. I guess it was just some stats.
Half of these things I've just given up on trying to understand.
You should like get Line Rider Advance, or I guess you have it, but you should start making Quirk stuff in that, because it's from what I hear, it's like opens a whole new world. Or Conundrummer's version, which he told me he's going to make Beta 2 compatible in a matter of days. Anyway,
which is awesome. I love this little stop. Are you a fan
of this little manual recycle?
I'm always a fan of manual recycling itself immediately afterwards. Come on, it's like you don't even know me.
Especially after tons of high-speed ASDF Quirk.
Oh, it's a great contrast here. Oh,
for me, wow. I'm not sure if it's a great contrast, or if it's like, here's a whole bunch of Quirk and here's a manual. Here's a whole bunch of Quirk and here's a manual. You know?
I think he wants to get good at a lot of things, so he's trying a lot of things.
Although I think it'd be better to make like a manual section than to make these little things and then more Quirk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh.
Like what I told Raphael in my critique of Supersonic Motion, where it was like, it would have been really sweet because you're going at a crazy high speed.
Yeah.
And you can make manuals. Then instead of just like putting like a couple in here and there, if you like were like just boom, big fat manual section, manuals everywhere, everyone's minds drop out of their brains. I don't know what that means. Anyway, did you want to talk about this compact section at all?
It's fast and powerful.
It's not actually. I would dispute that. It looks aesthetically crazy, but there's a lot of stuff that's sort of like, there's a lot of frames where he's not being affected. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, yeah, that stands in stark contrast to
let's watch it at full speed.
All the things.
Oh yeah, so then I guess that is the contrast. Oh my god, what is happening? There we go.
Still pretty powerful. Like, I can't imagine making anything like this.
Yeah.
Like, funk is nowhere near as powerful as this.
Yeah.
People didn't like funk because it was powerful.
That's true. That's true. All right. Anyway, let's see. We're pretty much that. We went through the whole thing, didn't we? Is that the end of the review?
Anton. Keep doing things.
Yeah, keep doing things.
If I had to suggest anything, try doing something that's consistent and sticks with one thing.
Which is exactly what I was gonna say. So cool.
Pick a theme. Pick a theme. We came away with the same idea. All right, awesome.
Or even like do like a mini track that's just one thing instead of being 10 things. And then when you do a track that's 10 things, it'll be better.
Yes.
But I love that you're gaining a vocabulary for like what works with what. Like what works here, like what do I want to put here, what do I want to put here. Like that's really exciting. Because that means you will do great things in the future.
Oh boy. Lucking and Kevin's are on the stream.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Yep, it's live.
Wondering where this sound is coming from. Is this the first quick reviews? This isn't actually. I can't imagine it being a video on the. Yeah, no, it's not.
No, this is live. We just weren't looking at the chat because we assumed that people wouldn't be in the chat. Because, we're going to review Assault, but not today.
All right. Sometime tomorrow, maybe?
Conundrum is not told. Oh, did he do it? He said he was going to do it today. I didn't know it. I assumed he'd send me a message when he's done. Oh, well. Whatever. This is probably... We should probably be done. Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right. See ya.